24 hours without food. What happens inside your body when you go one full day without eating? No breakfast, no lunch, no dinner, just water and time. At first, it sounds simple. You are only skipping food for one day. But inside your body, this one day begins a quiet chain reaction. Your blood sugar changes. Your hormones shift. Your liver starts working differently. Hunger rises, then fades, then returns again. And your body has to answer one important question. If food is not coming in, where should energy come from? This is not a video telling you to fast, and it is not medical advice. Fasting is not suitable for everyone, especially people with diabetes, pregnant or breastfeeding women, children, people with a history of eating disorders, people who are underweight, or anyone taking medication that affects blood sugar. But from a scientific point of view, 24 hours without food is a fascinating window into how the human body adapts. So let's go inside the human body, hour by hour. The first 4 hours. In the first 4 hours after your last meal, your body is not really fasting yet. It is still busy processing what you ate. Carbohydrates are broken down into glucose. Protein becomes amino acids. Fat is broken down into fatty acids. Glucose enters your bloodstream and your body releases insulin. Insulin is like a signal that tells your cells energy has arrived. Some of that energy is used immediately. Your brain, muscles, heart, and organs all need fuel to keep working. But if there is more glucose than your body needs right now, it does not simply disappear. Your body stores some of it in your liver and muscles as glycogen. Think of glycogen as your body's short-term energy storage. It is not unlimited, but it is extremely useful. During these early hours, your body is still mostly running on the energy from your last meal. You may feel normal. You may not feel hungry at all. If your last meal had enough protein, fiber, and healthy fats, you may feel full for several hours. But slowly, as time passes, the energy from that meal begins to fade. And this is when the next stage begins. 4 to 8 hours later. 4 to 8 hours after your last meal, something begins to change. Insulin levels begin to fall. This is one of the first important shifts. When insulin is high, your body is mostly in storage mode. It is using incoming energy and storing some for later. But when insulin begins to drop, your body receives a different message. Start using stored energy. Your liver begins releasing glucose from glycogen to help keep your blood sugar stable. This matters because your brain depends heavily on a steady energy supply. Even when you are not eating, your body is not doing nothing. It is constantly balancing. It tries to keep blood sugar from rising too high or falling too low. This is why a healthy body has backup systems. When food stops coming in, hormones like glucagon help tell the liver to release stored glucose. Your body does not panic. It simply begins using its stored fuel. But while this happens, something else may appear. Hunger. When hunger appears. As the fast continues, hunger may appear, but not in the way most people expect. Hunger during a fast is not always a straight line. It does not always start small and keep growing forever. Many times it comes in waves. If you usually eat at a certain time, your body expects food at that time. Your stomach may make sounds. You may start thinking about food. You may feel a strong urge to open the fridge, make coffee, or look for a snack. But this does not always mean your body is completely out of energy. Often, it means your brain is responding to habit, routine, and expectation. A wave of hunger can rise, become intense for a short time, and then fade. This is one of the most surprising parts of fasting for many people. Sometimes the hard part is not only physical hunger, it is the routine around eating. Eating because it is lunchtime. Eating because you are bored. Eating because you are stressed. Eating because food is nearby. A 24-hour fast can reveal how much of eating is connected, not only to hunger, but also to emotion, environment, and habit. Food is essential, but the absence of food for a short time can make your patterns more visible. After 12 hours without food. After around 12 hours without food, your body begins moving deeper into stored energy. Your liver is still using glycogen to help maintain blood sugar, but glycogen stores are limited. How long they last depends on what you ate before, how active you are, your muscle mass, and your metabolism. If your last meal was high in carbohydrates, you may have more glycogen available. If you exercised, ate very little, or had a smaller meal before fasting, those stores may run lower sooner. As glycogen becomes less available, your body begins to increase the use of fat as fuel. Fat is stored energy, and the human body is very good at storing it for later. During a fast, later begins to arrive. Fat cells release fatty acids into the bloodstream. Many tissues can use these fatty acids for energy. But this does not mean your body suddenly becomes a fat-burning machine. That phrase sounds exciting, but biology is more careful than that. Your body is not flipping one dramatic switch. It is slowly adjusting many systems at the same time. When ketones begin to rise. As you move beyond 12 to 18 hours without food, another fuel source begins to rise. The liver starts producing more ketones. Ketones are made from fat, and they can become an alternative energy source when glucose availability is lower. This is especially important because the brain cannot simply use fatty acids as its main fuel in the same way many other tissues can. Ketones help provide another option. For many people, ketone production may begin to rise gradually after about 12 hours, but the exact timing is different from person to person. This is why fasting does not feel the same for everyone. One person may feel focused and calm. Another may feel tired, cold, irritable, or distracted. Someone else may get a headache, especially if they are dehydrated, stressed, or used to caffeine and frequent meals. Between 12 and 18 hours, the fast becomes more noticeable. Insulin is lower than after eating. The body is relying more on stored energy. Fat use may increase. Ketones may rise gradually. Your liver is managing blood sugar. Your fat cells are releasing stored fuel. Your brain is responding to hunger signals. Your hormones are adjusting to the absence of food. And your digestive system is getting a break from processing another meal. 24 hours later. By the time you reach 24 hours without food, your body has gone through a major shift. Glycogen may be lower. Fat use may be higher. Ketones may be more available than earlier in the fast. Some people report feeling lighter or more mentally clear at this stage. Others feel low energy, cold, distracted, or very hungry. Both experiences can happen. The body is not a machine with one fixed response. It is a living system shaped by sleep, stress, hydration, activity, health, and what you ate before the fast began. You may also hear about autophagy, a natural process where cells recycle damaged components. Fasting and low nutrient availability may influence pathways related to cellular maintenance, but we need to be careful. Online, fasting is sometimes described as if exactly at hour 24, the body suddenly enters a powerful repair mode. Biology is not that precise. Autophagy is complex, and in humans the timing can vary. So what really happens after 24 hours without food? Your body moves from using incoming energy to using stored energy. Insulin tends to fall. The liver helps maintain blood sugar. Fat use may increase. Ketones may begin to rise. Hunger comes in waves. And your relationship with food may become more visible. But fasting is not a challenge everyone should try. If you have a medical condition, take medication, are pregnant or breastfeeding, are underweight, or have a history of eating disorders, speak with a qualified healthcare professional before attempting any fast. The biggest lesson is this: your body is not helpless without constant food. It can store energy, release energy, change fuel sources, and adapt to short periods without eating. In the end, 24 hours without food is not just a test of hunger. It is a look inside one of the body's most important survival systems: the ability to adapt. Subscribe to Inside the Human and keep exploring the science of body, mind, and life.